5.6, special triangle lines. We have this thing called a centroid, and think of the word centrals kind of in there. So what is a centroid? It's the point of intersection in a triangle formed by three medians. Medians are when you are taking the middle of each side of a triangle and connecting that to its opposite vertice. So it's like taking OP, measuring this length, finding the center, that would be R, and then making a line from there to the vertice N, to the point N. And then doing that for each side. So on NP, you would find the middle, S, you would connect it to point O. And then here, ON, find the middle Q and connect it to P. And what happens is that two things, it creates all these are equal in length because this is the middle or the halfway point between O and N. It does that on each side. We're not saying all of these are the same as each side, but on each side of the triangle, these are the midpoints. The other thing that it does that's kind of cool is this median, this whole line here, this shorter part of it is a ratio of 1 to 2. So whatever the shorter part is, doubling it gets you the longer part. So it's like a 1 to 2 ratio, okay? Or this is 1/3 of the whole line. So we'll do a couple problems and I'm sure you'll pick it up pretty quick. We're gonna use the same triangle for everyone. We got if NR is 42, NR, that's this whole line. This whole thing is 42. Find TR and NT. So we want to figure out how to break that up. Well, if this is a 1 to 2 ratio, let's call this shorter side X, and this is going to be double that. So we're saying X plus 2X would equal the total 42. That'd be 3X equals 42, and 42 divided by 3, I believe, is 14. If that's X, we just found the shorter piece, which is TR. Once you do that, it's way easier because then I can see that I'm just doubling that to get into T. So doubling 14 would be 28. These two should add back up to be 42. The other way to think about it without the algebra is, like I said, if this is one of the piece and this is double, it's kind of like you've got 3 pieces. This is 1/3. So you can take your number, your total length, and divide it by 3. That's all you're doing to figure out the smaller piece, and then you double it to get the bigger. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, and then the next one, if ST is 12, right here, that's now the shorter piece. Find these two things. So we want to find OT, which will be really easy. We're just doubling this. So that would make this 24. And then OS would be the total median, which would be 24 plus 12 would be 36. So probably should have started with the easier ones first. Then we've got PT, here to here, is 30. Find the following. Okay, now they gave us the longer piece. So we have to divide that by 2 to get QT, which would be 15. And then they want the total. We would add the 30 plus the 15 to get 45. And then the last thing is on the outside. If OR is 19, so OR is right here. If that is 19, find OP, this whole length. Well, we already talked about how these will be equal here. So if O to R is 19, then R to P is also 19. Those would add to make a total of 38. And RP was the 19 as well. So that is centroid.